Oh, hey, didn't see you there. Before we start, I just want to tell you how you pronounce my name. R-U-S-I-L, Rushil, Rushil. It's not that hard. I mean, everyone in my school calls me Russell for some reason. Like, they just decided to add 2 S's and 2 L's in my name. Like, it's not that hard. Rushil. There's a kid named Rushi in my class and everybody says his name perfectly fine. All I have that he doesn't have in his name is the L sound at the end. Rushi, Rushi. It's not that hard. Moving on. This is episode 1 of Real Talk. I made this series just to express what my culture is and where my background is, so that you guys can understand like the Indian culture that I'm from. Because like a lot of people don't know about our culture. At least where I live, nobody knows about that culture, and I just wanna understand my culture in my way properly and then show it off to you guys as how and what I have learned in these years. So today I'm going to talk about the education system in India versus the education system in America. I just want to say that the workload that Indian students get is insane. Like in here, I'm done with my homework around like 4:35 in the evening. In India, it takes me about like 7:30 at night to like finish my homework. And that was only 5th grade when I moved here. So even in 5th grade, India is really hard. And now I'm in 10th grade. Like I've done more work in India in that 5th grade than I've done in like this 5 years in America combined. Like I'm not even exaggerating. The homework is so easy here. The classes are fairly simple and self-explanatory. But in India, the workload is so much. And I'm just gonna break it down to you guys. Number 1. School buildings. Okay, so in India, from 1st grade to 12th grade, you're in the same building, like the exact same classroom sometimes too, for all 12 years. But in America, the schools and the buildings are separated by grade. Like from 1st to around 5th, 6th grade, you're in one school, it's called elementary school. Then from 6 to 8, like 7, 8, this is middle school. And from 9 to 12, the last 4 years is called high school. But in India, this is how it works. Okay, so let's say in 1st grade, you're in a class and then there are 30 people in your class. And you stay with that class for the whole 12 years. Like you stay in that one class with that same 30 people for the whole 12 years. In America, how it works is that you switch classes depending on your period. Like if you have math, you go to this class. If you have English, you go to this class. And then the teachers stay in their classes. But in India, like you stay in that class and the teacher switches, and between periods, different teachers switches the classes. Like you don't move from your seat the whole day unless you have lunch. But lunch in my school in India, lunch was in the classroom too. Like we didn't have a cafeteria there. The only time we moved was in gym, and we had gym for like barely twice a week. Now in America, gym is like almost every day, like Monday to Friday, like every single day. Okay, so now this is a problem because like if you stay with the same people for the whole like 12 years, it's gonna create that like bubble, that comfort zone. You just used to talking to the same people, and then when you meet someone new, it's kind of awkward and you're not used to talking to the new people. In America, like every year, all 8 of my classes changes, and every year I see at least 50 new people, and I meet 50 new people every year, and I really like it because I can learn about different cultures as you guys are learning about Indian culture from me. And it's really like, I don't know, it's really fascinating to me to like learn about new people and how their culture represents who they are and how coming to America has changed that. Okay, now this goes to the second part of the video as I mentioned before. Number 2 is diversity. And I'm in I think everybody knows that is America is like very diverse. Like we have American obviously, and then African American, Spanish, Chinese, and Indian people. And I just want to say, like, I really like learning about these different cultures in America. Because in India, honestly, my entire school was filled with only Indians and Muslims. That's it, yeah. Like, there are, like, different cultures spread apart in Indian too, but it's pretty similar in some ways. So I didn't learn anything new, but in America, I've learned so much, like, so many different types of people and like mixed people. Like in India, we have this thing that you have to marry someone in the same race. Like if you're Gujarati, which is part of the Indian culture, the Hindu culture, then you have to marry another Gujarati. Like you can't marry another different caste or race. But in America, I have seen so many people. Like I have a friend whose dad is African American and his mom is Chinese, and I was like, wow, like this. It was really good to like see different races mixing together, creating this, and that's what America is all about. Like it's freedom, and then you can do whatever you want. I mean, except what's not legal, of course. But yeah, I really like the freedom part of America. Okay, so moving on to number 3 is. Oh, okay. Sorry. Moving on to number 3 is after school. So in America, there are so many after school activities you can do. There are like 20 different sports you can join in, girls team, boys team. Yeah, it's like really, you can express what you really like. And then there's like music club, and then art club, you have newspaper club if you're into that, and then you have like volunteer options that can help you build your character and show off to colleges like, look, I can do this and I can have potential to do this. Like we have Red Cross, and then we have Key Club, and there are like so many good clubs we have. But the thing in India really lacks that. Like sure, we have some sports, but we do play American sports in India too. Like it's not just cricket. Like if you thought that, we do have lots of sports, and even in Indian sports, it's not just cricket. We have so many Indian sports like Kho or Kabaddi and stuff. But yeah, I just want to say that we don't get a lot of opportunities for that. Like there are different classes aside from school you can do, but you have to pay for them and stuff. Like dance classes, art classes and stuff, and like music classes. But you can't do it in school. In America, it's free. Like if you're in a public school, it's free. And that gets to the part 4 of the video, price. Okay, so this is when the biggest difference happens. America do have private school, but mostly like a lot of people go to public schools, and public schools are free, and the government pays for everything, the books, and you do have to bring your own notebooks and pencils and stuff. But other than that, it's completely free, and well, you have to pay for lunch. But in India, oh my god, I can't even, it's so expensive. But it depends. If you're do a Gujarati school or like any language school, like your own language, then I won't say it's really expensive. But if you want to do like international school, like there's a school called CBSE, that it's like an English international school where we learn the British version of the courses, like British English, British math, British science. Like what they learn in England is what we learned in the international school, and I used to go there, and that's why I'm like good with English when I came here. But yeah, that's what I'm saying, they are really expensive. Okay, so this gets me to part 5 of the video, and that's testing. I really don't want to talk about this right now because the video is getting like really long. But I am going to make a different video about the testing situation in India versus America. But briefly talking, in 10th grade in India, you take this test called board. And okay, let me just tell you, your life, your entire career, whether you get a job or not, everything depends on that one test. I'm just kidding, but I'm not over exaggerating, guys. It's true. Like the colleges in India see that one grade and that's all they care about. Like forget what you did in middle school, or like if you did a sport, they don't care unless you are doing a professionally sport thing.
which is rare in India at least. But now we're opening up to it. But I don't know why, but for some reason you just look down upon if you do arts like music, theater, acting, sports and stuff. I don't know why. Now we're being really open about it, but let me tell you, the board thing is really, really hard, and everything just depends on that. Like colleges, that's the only thing they see. But in America, it's different because around in like 10th grade, 11th grade, we take a test called SATs. And what SATs does is judges you based on what you have learned throughout from 1st grade to 10th grade, everything you have learned, and you just collecting information that you have done and putting your knowledge and skills in the test rather than memorizing textbooks for board. So I really like the SATs. And let me tell you, like if you do bad in the SATs, the colleges will ignore it if you have done a great job in your maintaining your GPA. Like the GPA is the average grade of your 4 years of high school, 9th grade to 12th grade. If you have done like sports 3 out of the 4 years, like more, if you are in a varsity team, or like if you've done like lots of community service and helping out your community, like colleges look at different options rather than just the SATs. Like if you have potential to be in the college, they'll be happy to ignore that SAT score. But not all the colleges, but like a lot of colleges does that in America. And I just want to say that's a good idea because not everybody's good at like education. Like I mean like English and math and stuff like that. Not everybody's good at that. People are good at other things, and SATs just a way to like show off how they're good at it. But the colleges sometimes don't even care about it if you have done something that's different, that's unique than something else. And I really like that part. So thank you guys for watching. I mean, I hope you guys like it. I know it was kind of crappy and I went off topic the whole time. But again, this YouTube channel is just about me understanding mind culture and then how I have evolved being in America for about almost 5 years now. And then how it is like different compared to what I have been living like in India. And I hope you find it educational, like maybe it helped out in some kind of essay or project you're doing. Yeah, this wasn't supposed to be entertaining, trust me guys, I'm not entertaining, I'm not funny. My humor is very dry, yeah. But yeah, I hope you guys like it, and comment what else you want me to talk about. Like the different kind of festivals we have in India, like the celebration, holidays we do, or anything specific or anything in general, like what do you want me to talk about, and I'll do it if I think it's interesting enough. And yeah, I hope you're having a wonderful day, morning, evening, night, afternoon, wherever you are. And don't forget to subscribe and keep watching.